Welcome to Midlife Kicker, the podcast for professionals who've left the corporate world but aren't ready to slow down. We deliver stories from midlife adventurers who are breaking boundaries, reinventing themselves, and building new careers and businesses on their own terms. Each episode delivers fresh ideas and practical advice to help you launch your own second act with confidence. Your midlife moment isn't an ending. It's your springboard to something even better. So if you're ready to kick open new doors and create your next chapter, you're in the right place. Let's get started.
Today, we're talking about something that affects millions of entrepreneurs, but rarely gets the attention it deserves: running a solo business when you have ADHD. If you're listening to this while juggling 17 browser tabs, 3 half-finished projects, and a coffee that went cold an hour ago, this episode is for you. We're going beyond the typical just focus better advice to explore practical tools and strategies that work with your ADHD brain, not against it. We'll cover why traditional productivity advice falls short for ADHD solopreneurs, dive into 3 game-changing tools I've personally tested, and give you actionable strategies you can implement today. So whether you're struggling with task switching, time blindness, or that overwhelming feeling of having too many ideas and not enough execution, stick around. Let's start with the elephant in the room. Traditional productivity advice wasn't designed for ADHD brains. When someone tells you to just make a to-do list and stick to it, they're missing a fundamental truth. ADHD brains work differently. As a solopreneur with ADHD, you're dealing with a perfect storm of challenges. You have the freedom to work however you want, which sounds amazing, until you realize you also have the responsibility to create all of your own structure. There's no boss checking in, no team meetings to anchor your day, and no external deadlines except the ones you set for yourself. The superpowers are real, though. ADHD entrepreneurs often excel at creative problem-solving, hyper-focus on passionate projects, and think outside conventional business models. The challenge is harnessing these strengths while managing the day-to-day operational demands of running a business. Here's what I've learned after years of working with ADHD solopreneurs. You need systems that accommodate your brain's natural patterns, not fight them. You need tools that capture your scattered thoughts, help you prioritize when everything feels urgent, and most importantly, forgive you when you inevitably go off track. That's where today's 3 tools come in. Each one addresses a specific ADHD challenge that traditional productivity systems ignore. Our first tool is Notion, and I know what you're thinking, another productivity app recommendation. But hear me out. Notion isn't just a note-taking app. It's an external brain that can handle the constant stream of ideas, tasks, and information that ADHD entrepreneurs generate. The magic of Notion for ADHD brains lies in its flexibility. You can create databases that automatically organize your chaos, set up a project tracker that shows you everything at a glance, create templates for recurring tasks so you don't have to remember every step, and build dashboards that give you the dopamine hit of seeing progress. Here's my favorite ADHD-friendly Notion setup. Create a brain dump database where you can quickly capture any thought, idea, or task without worrying about categorization. Use properties to automatically sort these by project, urgency, or energy level required. Then, create filtered views that show you only what you need to see right now. The key insight here is that ADHD brains often struggle with working memory. We might have a brilliant idea at 2 p.m., but by 4 p.m., it's completely gone. Notion becomes your external working memory, capturing everything, so you can focus on execution rather than trying to remember what you were supposed to be doing. One powerful feature for ADHD solopreneurs is Notion's template system. Create templates for your regular business processes, client onboarding workflows, monthly reviews. This removes the cognitive load of remembering every step and reduces the paralysis that comes from staring at a blank page. The best part? Unlike traditional project management tools that force you into rigid structures, Notion adapts to however your brain wants to organize information. Some days you might think in terms of deadlines, other days by energy level or project type. Notion can display the same information in multiple ways, meeting your brain where it is on any given day. Tool number 2 addresses one of the biggest ADHD challenges: time blindness. If you've ever sat down to answer a quick email and emerged 3 hours later wondering where your day went, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Toggl is a time tracking app, but for ADHD solopreneurs, it's much more than that. It's a reality check system that helps you understand where your time actually goes versus where you think it goes. This awareness is the first step toward better time management. Here's why Toggl works so well for ADHD brains. It's frictionless. You can start and stop timers with a single click, add projects and tags to categorize your time, and most importantly, there's no judgment built into the system. It simply shows you the data. Start by tracking everything for a week without trying to change anything. Just observe. You'll quickly discover patterns that traditional planning methods miss. Maybe you're most productive in 90-minute bursts with 30-minute breaks. Maybe you do your best creative work between 2 and 4 p.m. Maybe those quick administrative tasks consistently take 3 times longer than you estimate. Once you have this data, you can start making informed decisions. Block out your natural productive hours for high-focus work. Build buffer time into your estimates. Schedule energy-draining tasks for times when you naturally have more mental bandwidth. The psychological benefit is huge, too. ADHD brains often underestimate their own productivity because we fixate on what we didn't accomplish rather than celebrating what we did. Use Toggl's reporting features to create visual proof of your progress. Seeing that you spent 15 hours last week on client work, even though it felt chaotic and scattered, can be incredibly validating and motivating. Our third tool tackles the focus challenge from a completely different angle. Brain.fm is a neuroscience-based music service designed specifically to enhance cognitive performance, and it's been a game-changer for many ADHD entrepreneurs. Here's the science in simple terms. ADHD brains often have difficulty filtering out distractions and maintaining sustained attention. Brain.fm uses specially designed audio tracks that help regulate brainwave patterns associated with focus, relaxation, or creativity, depending on what you need. What makes this different from regular background music or white noise? The tracks are engineered to be consistent and non-distracting while actively promoting the mental state you're trying to achieve. Regular music can be too stimulating or emotionally engaging for sustained focus work. Brain.fm stays in the background while your brain does the heavy lifting. I recommend starting with their Focus category for deep work sessions. Put on your headphones, start a 90-minute focus session, and dive into your most challenging tasks. Many ADHD entrepreneurs report being able to maintain attention for longer periods than usual when using these tracks. The Relax tracks are equally valuable. ADHD brains often struggle with the transition from high-stimulation work mode to rest mode. Using Brain.fm's relaxation tracks during breaks or at the end of the workday can help your nervous system down-regulate, leading to better recovery and more sustainable productivity patterns. Here's a pro tip. Pair Brain.fm with the Pomodoro technique. Use focus tracks during work blocks and relaxation tracks during breaks. This creates a rhythm that works with ADHD tendencies, not against them. The key is consistency. Like any tool, Brain.fm works best when it becomes part of your routine. Your brain starts to associate these specific sounds with focused work, creating a mental trigger that helps you slip into productive states more easily. Now, Before you rush off to download all 3 tools and completely overhaul your system tomorrow, let's talk implementation strategy. ADHD brains love the excitement of new systems, but they also tend to abandon them when the novelty wears off. Start with one tool. I recommend beginning with Toggl because awareness comes first. Spend a week just tracking your time without judgment. Once that becomes a habit, add Notion to capture and organize your thoughts. Finally, incorporate Brain.fm to enhance your focus sessions. Remember, the goal isn't perfect implementation. It's better to use one tool consistently than to have 3 tools that you use sporadically. Give yourself permission to customize these tools to fit your brain, not some idealized version of productivity. Set up success triggers. Put the Toggl button on your browser toolbar. Create a simple Brain.fm playlist. Start with a basic Notion template rather than trying to build the perfect system from day one. Most importantly, track what works. ADHD brains often need different strategies at different times. What works during a hyper-focus period might not work during a scattered phase. Stay flexible and adjust as needed. Let's wrap up with the most important point. Your ADHD isn't a bug that needs fixing. It's a different operating system that needs the right tools and environment to thrive. The 3 tools we covered today, Notion for external brain function, Toggl for time awareness, and Brain.fm for focus enhancement, work because they support your natural patterns rather than forcing you into conventional productivity molds. Remember, building a successful solopreneur with ADHD isn't about overcoming your neurological differences. It's about leveraging them while creating systems that handle the areas where you need support. Your homework for this week: pick one tool and commit to trying it for 7 days. Notice what changes, what doesn't, and how you might adapt it to work even better for your unique brain. If this episode resonated with you, share it with another solopreneur who might benefit. And remember, the entrepreneurial world needs your ADHD perspective, your creativity, your ability to see connections others miss, and your passion for solving problems in innovative ways. Until next time, keep building something amazing, one focused moment at a time.
Thanks for listening to Midlife Kicker. If you enjoyed today's episode, share it with someone ready for their next chapter. Make sure to subscribe for more inspiring stories and practical advice. Want to connect or share your journey? Visit us at midlifekicker.com. Remember, it's never too late to kick open a new door. See you next time.